JCS React. It's murder time.
2018, 29-year-old Grant was unemployed, living rent-free in his parents' guest house in the rural village of Chuliota, Florida. He had not once lived on his own and had recently been kicked out of an anesthesiology school for lack of attendance and also fired from a job as a nurse for stealing medication. It was around that time when he decided to experiment with the relatively new realm of online cam sites. These platforms differ from regular porn sites in that they are interactive.
We've watched an older version of this a long time ago. This is a man. We watched an older version of this a long time ago. This is a re-upload that's like remade, remastered.
Instead of watching a pre-recorded video, users can solicit live performances from models in exchange for money. This allows individuals to watch whatever acts they want, but at a price. Using his brother's credit card, he browsed through multiple cam models, spending an average of 20 minutes on each one. Yet it was on the 5th of June when forensics discovered he came in contact with a performer who went by the stage name of Sylvie. And over the following 6 months, Grant would spend over $200,000 of his family's money on this one model. The entirety of his father's life savings that he had saved up from working as a pharmacist for over 30 years was gone. He had spent $60,000 from his brother's credit card and had also taken a $65,000 loan out on the house.
This is the only time where I'm like, man, goddamn, like the fucking anti-hot tub activists or whatever will sometimes be like, well, it's addictive, it's addictive, it's addictive, like, how about how addictive it is? Like, well, fuck you. You're allowing this kind of addictive shit to happen on the platform. I'm like, maybe it is, like, for this guy individually, but holy fuck, dude. How are you down so astronomically? How are you down so cataclysmically that you just rob your friends and family so you can, like, pay someone online like this? It blows my fucking mind, dude. Stop saying it's worth it. Yeah, people are insane. They're going to say some unhinged shit. There is free porn. What the fuck, man? Thank you. This is the thing I don't understand. Okay. Oh, you made a JCS style blast off? I missed it. True Crime React. Length 53 minutes. Pause 1 hour and 57. Oh my God, you made it specifically for this one too. It's just like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to me that, like, when free porn and stuff exists, like, I mean, I guess this is not porn. This is another kind of sex work that revolves around, you know, a personal relationship with this person. It's more parasocial than just like straight up porn consumption. So I guess it has the capacity for people to just like unload their wallets this way. But I still don't get it. I literally do not understand. I literally do not get it. I will never understand it.
House. When his family found out, instead of calling the police,
I'll be back.
Grant was sent to a behavioral rehabilitation facility for online porn addiction.
The more we try to run from shame, the stronger it becomes.
When Grant got back from rehab on January 4th, his father presented him with a 2-page list of rules he was required to follow if he wanted to continue living at home. One of the conditions was that he cease all communication with Sylvia immediately, but it took just 3 weeks for the family to discover that he had broken the contract and re-established contact with the model via Twitter. On January 24th, when Chad Amato got home from work, he reportedly confronted Grant over his disregard, and the two of them got into a heated argument which almost turned into a physical altercation. Grant was then kicked out of the house, and for the first time in his life, he was on his own. Shortly before 9 a.m. the next morning, police received a call from Cody Amato's girlfriend, alerting them that he had failed to show up to work that morning and hadn't responded to multiple phone calls. They arrived at the residence at 9:17 a.m., and once knocks on the front door went unanswered, they were able to gain access with a knife via the back entrance. Chad, Margaret, and Cody Amato were all found lying dead on the floor with gunshot wounds to the head from a 9mm handgun. Grant became the immediate prime suspect, as a witness statement from Cody's girlfriend advised police of the confrontation that had occurred the night before, as well as the collection of bizarre circumstances that had led to that point. He was traced to a hotel in Orlando,
You're being cooperative, sir. We appreciate that. Some Seminole County detectives want to talk to you, so we're going to get the handcuffs off of you.
Nothing in your pants, correct?
It's just a normal routine when we encounter someone that we want to make sure you're safe. Now we know you don't have any weapons. We'll get those restraints off of you.
We watched a different version of this. We watched a different version of this same story.
Confident you've been cooperative.
A long time ago, years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago.
He immediately agreed to accompany them to the police.
I did not. Yeah, I missed the NoFap promo. You want me to see it again? You want me to watch it again? I'll rewatch it. Like we already watched Aiden Ross, man.
Contact with them. Just
where is it? Here.
Sent to a behavioral rehab.
Or we try to run from shame, the stronger it becomes.
When Grant got back from rehab on
I kind of want to watch the whole, like, the real, like, full version of that NoFap, but I'm afraid that, like, Aiden might be watching right now and he's going to be, like, more committed to his NoFap shit.
Otto got home from work. He reportedly confronted Grant over his disregard, and the two of them got into a heated argument which almost turned into a physical altercation. Grant was then kicked out of the house, and for the first time in his life, he was on his own. Shortly before 9 a.m. the next morning, police received a call from Cody Amato's girlfriend, alerting them that he had failed to show up to work that morning and hadn't responded to multiple phone calls. They arrived at the residence at 9:17 a.m., and once knocks on the front door went unanswered, they were able to gain access with a knife via the back entrance. Chad, Margaret, and Cody Amato were all found lying dead on the floor with gunshot wounds to the head from a 9mm handgun. Grant became the immediate prime suspect, as a witness statement from Cody's girlfriend advised police of the confrontation that had occurred the night before, as well as the collection of bizarre circumstances that had led to that point. It just started. He was traced to a hotel in Orlando.
And I replayed it too, the parts where I was
You're being
peeing.
cooperative, sir. We appreciate that. Some Seminole County detectives want to talk to you, so we're going to get the handcuffs off of you.
Nothing in your pants, correct?
It's just a normal routine when we encounter someone that we want to make sure you're safe. Now we know you don't have any weapons. We'll get those restraints off of you. We're confident you've been cooperative, everything's good, so we appreciate that very much. It goes a long ways.
He immediately agreed to accompany them.
I will never understand, like, how kind cops are to, like, white murderers. Okay? They're just, like, I guess they see themselves in them or something. Like, I don't know what it is. Like it's not like this guy is being pulled over for a jaywalking violation. You know what I mean? Like, motherfucker is a murder suspect, bro. He's like, yeah, you've been real good. I guess they, like, you know, game recognizes game, you know, that sort of thing where they're just like, you know, he just had a bad day. It happens, you know. God knows I wanted to murder my whole family after a long day at work.
Them to the police station and sit down for an interview. Reports stated that he wasn't made aware of his
trying to get a confession. My friend, these guys are not the investigators nor the detectives on the case. These are the first responders. They are not trying to get a confession out of him. They're just their job is to detain the person, okay? I hope you understand. Like, this is de-escalation, technically, and it is true that this is the right way to police. I'm more so shocked that they behave this way with, like, a fucking white murderer, but they cannot have this, like, semblance of humanity when they are looking at, like, random black people that haven't even done anything that they know of. Okay? Do I need to? I mean, we will be playing the Steven Seagal TV show Lawman in a little bit, so you'll see the differences within treatment of, like, random black individuals for the crime of, like, standing outside of their homes or even shaking each other's hands and stuff. You know, you'll see what the difference is, I guess.
His demise, nor was he advised as to what the purpose of the interview was for. Grant himself didn't once inquire, just reportedly sat silent in the back seat of an unmarked police car, staring out the window for the entire journey to the police station.
Did you know the wire then? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good.
Must you bring up black people's oppression every 5 seconds? Yeah, if we're talking about police treatment and mistreatment of individuals, then yeah, I would say that you know, the most common victims of police brutality in the you know, at the HasanAbi broadcast, where I cover such matters all the time, I'm black as well, is just a lot. Okay, well then you should understand, regardless of whether or not you are black, that this is a normal thing to bring up. I'm a political commentator. Don't cap her, chat. Don't fucking say cap. She could be black. She's saying that it's just like, you know, it's shitty to like be constantly reminded or something. But as I tell trans people, for example, when I'm covering issues about trans issues or whatever, I'm not talking to you. If you're a black person and you're in here, clearly, whenever I talk about police brutality, I'm not talking to black people. Black people already fucking know police brutality. I'm trying to educate white people by showing how different it is. You know what I mean?
So you got a lot to do coke or anything?
No. I'll hold off on that.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Eva.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm here.
Just to restate, he has not been told, nor given any insinuation as to why he is sitting inside an interrogation room, and has not once inquired himself.
Hey, we really appreciate you coming up here with us. And
But don't you think that's why T-Pain thinks you're right wing? Okay, that's fucked up. Why do you have to bring T-Pain into this? That's fucked up. Okay, why? Also, no, T-Pain thinks I'm right wing because I say like unhinged, sarcastic right wing shit, or things like I love Donald Trump. I don't think T-Pain is like, oh man, that guy's definitely a right winger because I said black people are mistreated by police regularly. Yeah, I don't think T-Pain's like, man, Hasan sure covers police brutality. And its disproportionate impacts on the black community, sure a lot, much like many Republicans would. Like that's not what's going on there. He probably hears me say stuff like I love Donald Trump so much and then thinks that that's the case.
If any time during this you need to stop and go to the bathroom, want a drink, then just let me know and we'll be happy to get you in. My name is Danny Anderson, and I'm a deputy Seminole County Sheriff's Office. Is Eva.
The investigator's initial plan is to establish a friendly connection with the suspect, which can often be a highly effective tactical procedure to elicit a more detailed discourse. Yet on this occasion, something seems to get lost in the endeavor, which you'll just have to see for yourself when the time comes. This is one of the most fascinatingly aggravating interrogations to ever be released into the public domain.
So we just want to talk to you a little bit, and we'll get this in and out, be on our way. Okay? Full name?
My full name is Grant Tiernan Amato.
What is there any special nursing degree, what you do, or?
I mean, I have like other certifications. But I mean, with that, like I primarily worked in the hospital for I think 5 or 6 years. Well, I was accused of grand theft of the third degree back in June of 2018. There was no evidence ever presented. All the charges were dropped. I had been applying for jobs for the last couple weeks. I'd got.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you're not wrong. He does sound like Asmongold. Oh my God, he literally sounds like Asmongold.
Like 3 or 4 callbacks. And then I went on a job interview yesterday for a home infusion nurse job.
What time was your interview yesterday?
It was scheduled for 10. I got there at around 9 in the morning. And then I think we actually had the interview at about 9:45.
How'd that go?
I mean, it was all good. They didn't have anything. They said that they'd probably be getting back to me by Tuesday or Thursday this coming week.
Get you back to work?
Yeah, because, I mean, it's like it's a crappy world when, you know, you don't have any money, you can't do anything, so.
Financially, how's the nursing what you did? I'm sorry, I just don't know that much. She knows a lot more about nursing. The nursing, how does it pay? How does it pay?
I mean, if you work your standard 12 hours a week, you get anywhere between, I'd say, $45,000 and $55,000 a year. So, I mean, it's not bad. I think my best year I made like 55,000.
55.
Because I rarely worked overtime.
Right.
You know, when I was just because I had the whole plan of going to graduate school,
Mhm.
so I was just kind of using it as a stepping stone
Right.
to that time.
Just to pay the bills to
Right.
get you where you gotta.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Um,
And what you were going for, what does that pay?
Nurse anesthesia pays, I mean, base like about 150 up to 175.
Okay. High school, where'd you go?
I went to Timber Creek.
How were you raised?
High school and the first 2 years of college, I was ABC.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was in honors in the major program for UCF.
Mm-hmm. Girlfriends?
Girlfriends. I had, like, my high school sweetheart girlfriend for about 5 years. And then ever since then, no, like, official girlfriends, no flings or anything like that.
Dates here and there?
Dates occasionally, but, I mean, not really. Kind of focused on, like, just getting through the life goals that, you know, I wanted to achieve.
What do you like to do?
What do I like to do? I like to watch anime.
What is it?
Oh, dude. At this very moment, the suspect bringing up his proclivities in anime consumption should be seen as a red flag, but given white privilege, the detectives quickly overlook the moral degeneracy that this man is demonstrating.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what it is.
I mean,
I thought you said MMA. I'm like, okay, and then when you started explaining to it,
I mean, I
heard
guess
it. I'm like, no.
it's animated. It's like cartoons, I guess you could say, but it's Japanese cartoons.
Oh my God.